Hello everyone, tonight we're here checking out Moonbreaker, which is apparently a digital little miniatures game. And I figured I've been kind of looking at this game for a while, and currently free to play for the next like 3 days, I think. Yeah, uh, this seemed like a good opportunity to try it out, to see if it's worth like $10. Welcome to the Reaches. Our moons orbit a magnificent sun and share a massive atmosphere fit are alive with airships, and its flying beasts and enthralling storms. Home to rich cultures, bizarre organisms, and cinder, a precious stone glowing with the sun's energy, a powering technology. A supercharging creature, there's an imbuing ordinary people with legendary abilities. Audio dramas chart the quest of our heroes when our courses collide. They're hurled into an adventure across the system. Build and paint rosters of captains and crew to battle in fantastic clashes beyond the story saga. All captains seek Cinder, but our orbits are changing and new powers are rising. Will you raid the moons or help protect them? So naturally, since I've never played this game before, I'm gonna do the training. I need to get a feel for it first. Welcome to the glorious Methodori training grounds. We'll learn how to survive in the Reaches. This will all show you a good time. I mean serious, informative training. There waits is Crankbait, a notorious smuggler from Blasco's Refuge. Let's party. You can admire them all in paint job of any unit. It's not part of combat, they're just magnificent. Moonbreaker is a turn-based game where each unit can move, attack, and use their abilities each turn. Looks like they failed to capture my undeniable allure. Let's start with the melee attack. Melee units must touch their rival before they can attack. Set crankbait, move, then move crankbait to melee range, select it, pick melee, then click on the rival unit. Looking good. In a real battle, rifle melee units will counterattack any unit touching its base, so watch yourself. Moving on, meet Arya, a ranged unit. Let's get it on, from a distance. Ranged attacks have a hit chance based on the unit's distance from the target. Abilities, cover, and other units may also affect accuracy. Let's use Arya's range attack to snipe that rival. He's making friends already. Now use both units to destroy the new targets. Notice how distance affects attack accuracy. Alright, so it looks like the order doesn't matter. There, because I have to make sure that crankbait could actually reach needs a farther target. Death has arrived. Death for your rival, certainly, that's your captain, an Extilior. Captains have more abilities in health than crew. Seems a little show if you ask me. Clicking on a unit displays a tooltip which details on deployment cost, attack, health, and abilities. They say Extelior is an honorable deathbot. Let's try one of his chivalrous abilities.
Make it last.
Each unit has a status bar indicating remaining moves, attacks, and abilities for a given turn. So attack, movement, and ability. See? It's kind of almost like in between like the action economy of the two different like for instance the two different editions of Pathfinder. You know, 3 actions, but each one has a specific purpose. Intriguing, no? Let's reset the grounds for some unit synergy. You can use and combine unit abilities in creative ways to enhance your strategy. Rival units out of Exdelio's movement range, but Crankbait, his grappling chain ability, can yank the rival unit over.
Guess I'm irresistible.
Shall we get him more creative? Crankbait's grappling chain can also pull Exilior closer to the rival units. Then he can move and use Sword of Justice to destroy all rival units in a single turn. If you got too creative, the Crankbait, his grappling chain can also pull. Yeah, I know what you want me to do. I just messed up at doing it. With some sweet hit synergy, you'll find many ways to get fancy with ability synergies, better strategize on the battlefield. Congratulations, you're ready to graduate to more advanced concepts. So there's 4 tutorials. Now that you've grasped most of the basics, it's time to reach for glory. Winning a battle requires a bold and attractive leader. Or a former deathbot, you'll use his leadership lines to deploy your fearless crew on the field. Your bridge is displayed at the bottom of the screen. When you have enough leadership, you can spend it to deploy crew units near your captain or your other unit. You'll gain leadership each turn.
That looked conspicuous.
Alright, deploying. Newly deployed units like Arya and Detonia are dazed and cannot move. You can still use their attacks and abilities. Conflicts arise across the reach. It is a savvy leader who should scan the environment for different types of cover. We got low visibility, which reduces accuracy. Soft cover blocks movement and reduces accuracy. Hard cover blocks movement and blocks line of sight. This is starting to look like a real fight. Destroy those fashionable training dummies, noting how cover affects her attacks and abilities.
My stomach is in revolt.
We must do this. My path is clear.
I guess I didn't have to move with that guy at all. You're not allowed to let some sketchy cargo intimidate you. Recall that using a unit's ability costs Cinder. Or every turn you'll generate Cinder based on which units are deployed. Cinder can also be collected by interacting with objects on the map like Cinder cards, piles, and spheres.
If I die, no more happy hours.
Oh, okay, so last but not least, how the heck do you win? You can win in two ways: destroy the rival captain or reach a total of 5 victory points. Easy. Alright, so hold a control point uncontested for an entire turn, or destroy a rival unit and to gain a victory point. Your opponent is holding the control point. If you don't move in to contest it, they'll gain another victory point. Let's shimmy in there.
These paradoxes give pause. Focused execution.
This mask really draws the eye.
You need to move.
I scope with my little scope.
Be brave.
Guess I might also just sort of justice then. Moonbreaker uses a tug-of-war system. Points can be lost and gained back and forth between you and your opponent. Your opponent just lost a point because you destroyed that rival unit. Now end your turn while holding the control point. You just gained a victory point for holding the control point uncontested for a turn.
Watch them scramble. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
More trouble. Let's ignore our victory points for now and focus on destroying those rival units. Have at them. Oh, we've got new guys that we can deploy.
If I die, no more
paradoxes give pause.
How about a grenade? An engaging perspective. Opulent and buttery.
And move over here and sort of just the
Every day's full body day.
I scope with my little scope.
Alright, that's that done. Never doubted you. That concludes this lesson. Nice work. I'm turning up the heat for what's next. Now, how about a real spicy test? We're here at the Methodori landing pad for a match with my handsome assistant. Your rivals will have reduced health. You'll need all the hot knowledge I taught you to defeat them. I think we bring in Snareling.
We must do this. I go with purpose.
Beats being in a lab, huh?
Maybe I should have gone with Deadeye instead. Fleet-footed whenever Maximus damages target refresh its move. Raging attack exit fights twice. He moves full speed the turn is deployed.
Oh, I forgot my lucky cravat. Boom. Yeah.
Basically, like haste and double strike.
Calculate or contemplate. Defense first.
And unfortunately, Xilior just barely couldn't actually get into base-to-base contact.
Want some
And with Deadeye.
I have a siren. Feel better?
Arya seems to be a pretty solid unit. Let's play right
hours.
here.
At your service.
I forget nothing.
Now we can sort of justice right here. Take both of these units out. Oh, and even got 1 damage on auxiliary over here.
I will have retribution. We will hold them off.
I think this is the zone I'm supposed to be.
These
So
paradoxes
give us victory points if it keep a hold of it.
use this wisely.
I swear this never happens.
This mask really draws the eye.
Right, and then we can spring Beatrice.
Hold me back.
And then in return, and there goes Maxima.
We will hold them off.
I mean, honestly, Maximus kind of sucked anyway, so
What is this armor made of? Nice
that
and
for a little bit,
hard.
hit kill that thing.
Use this wisely.
I feel
Stillness, and then you know what? We could bring in crankbait.
I get a little pansy.
Okay, so you can't. Yeah, that's just impassable. Oh, there's no option to just like drag that thing into a pit. That got to actually have Maximus have Silly or actually do anything.
We will hold them off. Cinder can be so deadly.
Die? No more happy hours.
Watch them scramble.
Be brave.
Alright, Tipu's got 3 he attacks. I guess maybe we do a little bit of damage, a little bit of damage on that guy. And then Tipu can then finish him off.
But no.
This is my jam!
Every day's full body day.
Half hoping that maybe I could have. I don't know what I was thinking there because there was no way I could have gotten that into a line.
These paradoxes give pause. I am not damaged. Stay guarded, always.
So there's another control point over there.
Use this wisely. Stay guarded, always.
What a lovely selection!
Ah, bold and zesty.
I've got plans soon. Battle! A steamy ballet!
Who designed this outfit?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Don't worry, I'll lead.
And unfortunately, that no way to get that any closer.
Every day's full body day. I could do this all day.
Currently, we're losing.
Use this wisely.
Probably be a good idea to
I will have
something to
retribution.
help Extilia or out a little bit.
Where's the cutie with the flamethrower? Get over here!
You know, I Floyd Stitchy McPatchy.
Where doesn't it hurt?
I forget nothing. Defensive field activated.
What is this armor made of? Rest is the better part of valor.
Okay, things are looking a little rough.
Beats being in a lab, huh?
Would a grenade help?
There we go. Now we've got things moving in our favor a little bit more.
Respect all life.
Oh, there's a third control point.
My path is clear.
I mean, since
Half a second.
it's not possible to replace units that died, get their crew down far enough, then we might be able to just wail on.
How about a grenade?
Are the two control points that lands under our control?
I have a siren?
These paradoxes give pause. We will hold them off.
But you know, we've only got these four or left. In fact, like every member of both crews is currently either deployed or dead. So
Stop this now.
Careful, that's velvet. At your service.
all we've got to do is deal with Maximus, and then we can start moving everybody over this way to deal with this whole situation.
Coming? Like Mimu used to throw.
Make it last.
Yeah, I think Maximus just sucks regardless of what team he's even on.
Grenade?
pushed the twigs for this?
Eyes open, tails behaving.
Ooh, stings a bit.
Unfortunately, I don't think we want to lob an explosive over there.
Pleasant and sterile.
There right now.
Your body won't grow back.
Be brave. Defensive field activated. The explosion damaged my systems. Prepare to face your fate. For justice.
I think maybe we've got this.
Can I lend a hand?
I have a siren?
I am in control. We will
Build
hold
hope.
them off. Cinder
Oh no,
be so.
I should have been using Sword of Justice on top of that this entire time.
Let's uncork one.
You are a distraction.
Awesome and buttery.
That's quite at the test. Clearly, you've been flourishing under my tutelage because you made easy work of these rogues. That's all I had to do was get close to winning. Oh, some kind of ranking, some kind of XP system. I guess maybe factions of some kind. Alright, one last tutorial. It seems my mouse is locked into the game. See real quick if there we go. What's this? Some lowlife is causing chaos and some of the serenus? Okay, this is not a test. I need you to take care of these malcontents without my help. I've got a massage appointment. Make me proud. Right, so apparently the hole in the middle is a control point, as are these spots back here. I think we bring in Deadeye. Unfortunately, Deadeye is currently blocked, so... well, that'll be the end of that turn. Let's bring in Detonia. Then lob it. Goes right here. And hit both of those targets. Interesting that on my actual film monitor, the game is slightly cut off, but the capture has managed to keep it fully visible. I think we summon Beatrice. We might be able... nope, unfortunately, because of this thing, Beatrice can't get in the right spot. Now maybe we bring in Arya. Shield of Hope. Melee attack. And Sword of Justice. Oh, that hit Arya a little bit. Yeah, remember that area of effect next has friendly fire. Oh, really? Really, Maximus is the one that gets the kill? Alright, and we can Sword of Justice here. Field Pope. Beatrice still can't get a good line anywhere. Yes, we can bring in Maximus. Yeah, we lost the control point there. Yeah, we'll be right back. I'm back. I thought there was something I needed to attend to, but shit, because I was mistaken. Apparently, the game still locks my mouse in even in window mode, so no option to do anything about that from the looks of it. Okay, it seems that getting rid of edge scroll. Allows me to get my mouse unlocked from the game. I'm gonna tip it right here. And I somehow managed to just barely summon Tipu too far away. Maybe we play Stitchy McPatchy. Oh, I guess you can move Maximus in here. Here to take control of the control point. Let's see. Nutrient surge. First to get Stitchy McPatchy back to full health. Still can't get a good line for Beatrice. It's feeling that this isn't gonna actually work the way I want it to, and it did not. That was a bit of a mistake. And I was gonna have Auxiliary disengage, but he's boxed in. And there goes Stitchy McPatchy. Well, at least now we can have or disengage. Alright, Maximus killed the other Maximus. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. Bringing in Sterling. Crankbait is boxed in. I'll get. Guess I could have done that. And then attacked. Seems like they're... Seems like it's just a lot of clumping thing that keeps happening. can move. Now let's get right up there. To give Maximus the best chance of actually hitting. Being the best thing we can, and of course, Drink Bay is out of range. I think the best thing to do is just to let this next turn play out. Hope we don't lose too many units. Which, I mean, since most of the enemies are hanging out over here, you did an honorable victory here for you and an invigorating message from me. Congratulations on completing your training. Now I've got account level 1. Means I can have my profile picture be this thing. And that now I have access to Foam Max. I've momentarily frozen the game. I clicked one too many times trying to move from rosters to units. I did not appreciate that. But, you know, other than this, so far seems like a solid game. And yeah, at least from what I read on the Steam page, it offers a variety of ways to play. So like, I'm gonna have to close the game and start it up again. Just have all of these, or Seems like something to do with the roster menu seems to break the game. Because I only clicked to the units button once this time. Okay, so I think maybe when I click the rosters button, it has to do some like intense loading, and for whatever reason, like maybe there's some default rosters that's having a little bit of difficulty loading in, because I imagine that it's gonna start me out with like a roster or two pre-made. I mean, since this is where you manage your loadout, this, to have it freeze up seems like a pretty critical error. Yeah, I didn't even click anything and it's crashing. Well, maybe I did click on. Maybe it wasn't doing that before I clicked on the X to close out. Oh, that's the guy. Somehow I just made the connection that Maximus is the guy that was doing the tutorial. But we do have access to Foam Maximus. Alright, so I'm just gonna give it a few minutes. Hands not even on the mouse. And see if it loads whatever heavy load it's trying to manage. Because, like, honestly, I'm not sure if I can play the game anymore, or than I have, if I can't and do anything in the rosters menu, because that seems important. Granted, again, like, ideally there should be some default rosters, so I should be able to just jump into a battle with those if needed, but like, it would be nice to be able to customize my group. But let's give it like 5 minutes. I'm even gonna set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes. But first I've gotta... Because I clicked into the screen just on the off chance that might do something. Something useful. You know, on the off chance that maybe it was functioning. Oh, seems like it freezes up when going into the battle menu too. This just does not bode well for the game at all. Sure, I'm glad that that you know this was free and not $10. Yeah, I'm gonna switch my profile null image to this thing. Alright, 5-minute timer is set. Because, like, you know, a game that's running properly should not take more than 5 minutes to load a basic menu. So I'm gonna say if without even having my hand on the mouse or anything, and it, like the only input for me that is entering this machine is my voice going into the microphone. Oh, and if it takes more than, if this timer runs out and it still hasn't, and it's still stuck like this, because like the tooltip here isn't even going away. Something's wrong. Either somehow my computer can't handle this, even though like I checked, my computer can run things like Baldur's Gate 3 at recommended settings. Things at Age of One. I upgraded it like I think earlier this year, so that I could play Age of Wonders 4. It's ready to go in March for Life by You. This random, this is random like $10, like this random $10 or digital miniatures game should not cause any problems for a machine that is well prepared, for games that are much more intensive, especially when it's just loading a menu. But again, at least I haven't spent any money, so can't complain too much. I guess once the timer runs out, I can restart the game Name and maybe try play on different settings. Like maybe if I try it in full screen with edge scrolling on, maybe some weird thing happened with because I changed some settings that are unrelated to menus that has broken everything. Either way, I'm probably going to like see about sending like a bug report, because like this seems like a game problem and not a my machine can't handle this problem, because again, and a machine with, let's say it's like 16 gigs of RAM and a an NVIDIA 3050 graphics card should not be stymied by this, especially a menu. Which, you know, if I can't fix it myself, I guess maybe we switch over to Pokemon. And chances are it's the same issue with either one. Could even be very directly the same issue. Like maybe it's an unable to properly load the default rosters issue. In which case, that issue is going to affect both of them, because it's going to want to display default rosters on this screen once it lets me continue from here. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so guess we're forcing the game to restart again. Alright, so I've got back in full screen with edge scrolling on. Well, this is maybe a little promising, because the tooltip did disappear this time. Or maybe it just didn't appear in the first place. Alright, I'm starting another 5 minutes. Well, I get the feeling that I'm probably not going to need those whole 5 minutes to conclude that it's still broken. And like I saw somebody streaming this earlier. It's like, unless that person was also just doing the tutorials, well, clearly this is not a constant. That sure is rough, that's for sure. I hope that, you know, it's something that can be fixed. Which, I mean, you know, even if it's something to do with, like, my particular setup, because, I mean, to be fair, like, Age of Wonders 4, or for instance, it had those fringe issues with certain NVIDIA cards, and mine just initially dodged the bullet, only to end up getting hit later. Or when Dragon Dawn came out, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think Yeah, because that was like the first stream of Dragon Dawn I had all those crashes. It's because an issue that was affecting among others the NVIDIA 3050, they had been introduced with that patch. But you know, so like, you know, it could be a fringe issue that only affects certain users like that. Which again, like, good thing I'm finding out about this without having spent any money on this game. Granted, you know, think I think we're still within and the let's see. Yeah, it has less than 2 hours, so like I've been live for 2 hours, and that includes like the starting soon screen, and before I even had the game launched. So if I had spent like $10 to buy this game, probably more if I decided, because I might have, if I end up buying this game, I might go for the Founders Pack DLC and get those extra paints. Well, like, you know, they were nice enough to make the Founders Pack completely cosmetic. Like, there's no mechanical content and in that DLC at all. Like, unless somehow like the visuals of something ends up being meaningful, there's no advantage to be gained by whether or not you have the Founders Pack DLC. Alright, it's been another 5 minutes, so let's see if okay, so the support menu in Steam is just to contact Steam support. But you know, let's see if there's any discussion sessions. And it's on the community page. Okay, so apparently I can submit a support ticket. But I think I'll wait to do that until like maybe tomorrow or something. Just so that, you know, this doesn't become submitting a support ticket to stream. So I'll be right back with Pokemon on TCG Live. And got a few links for anyone who's here. Might be dipping because I'm not playing Moonbreaker anymore.